Hello, welcome to Charliebrook South East. My name is Stephen, as you know. Now I wasn't intending on doing a layout update, and so I've been doing some new layout updates. But the actual Charliebrook South East layout update wasn't really supposed to be done yet, but I've had a bit of time to do something, and so I'm just going to show you this, and then I'll be be a bit more happier, because I was a bit sad about not being able to give you any updates. So I don't know if it's the rain, but there's some strange noises going on up here. Yeah, so here we go. Whoa! Why's all the lights gone out? What's that noise? I don't know whether you can see me. I'm going to keep recording, because I don't know what's going on. It's what was that? Oh God. Why have all the lights gone out? What the hell? There's something moving. What is it? What is that? Hello. Welcome back. I don't know how you're going to receive that one, but I know I'm here. So I'm just zoomed in on this because I'll explain in a minute. But here's the star of the show. It looks a bit like a certain bear that someone met in one of his VR games. So hope that brings back some memories for you, Jason. Right, anyway, silliness over with, back to the reality of it. Right, my bridges, I'm going to come out of shot because you can't really see me. My bridges, I'm going to ruin them. Well, I've already started. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to have, because I'm either going to fit the half lengths in like I had on the original layout, or what I'm going to do is, which I'm doing here, I'm using the spare ones of these, which is where the track runs along here. Yeah, and the spare ones of these, not these ones, because these are the ones without stickers. I've got them over there with the stickers on that I'm going to use. And I'm going to do this to them. Now I've cut that down, that side off. And then what I do is, the one that's in the clamp, I'll cut the other side off, and then they can join together. And I've worked it out, hopefully I've worked it out. So I've used my track gauge, some track, and I've measured the distance, and hopefully this will be right. So I've got my Maplin tool, which is like a Dremel but cheaper. I'm going to reduce the speed a little bit. Right, so fingers crossed for me, guys. Here we go. Before I start, I'm actually using a different tool to what I use to do this, and I've got where's my spray bottle? I've got a spray bottle with some water, because then it might not melt, I hope, too much. So I sprayed some water on already. Right, here goes. Let's start this end. Right, I'm going to stop there a minute because it's, yeah, I think I'm going to ruin the tool. That's probably molten on there now. Ouch, that is hot still. Yeah, Stephen. No, it's not. That tool's not doing the job. See, what I used last time, when I can find them, not one. I used these little cutting discs, but they kept breaking. So I don't know whether it's because they were getting too hot. I'm going to try them now. So you might see me live on camera lose an eye. I need me screwdrivers. 1 minute. I'm back. Right. Use that one. Just need to undo the screw and put the disc on the end. I'm going to try it with a disc because it's done up too tight, isn't it? Oh, let's try. Totally unprepared. Right, let's try this, shall we? My cutting is a long way in. No. And we've done it. There you go. I've just ruined my ground suspension bridges. No, annoying, and I just pull that off. That's fine. So there you go. Bit wet, but in theory, once I get it all going, it's obviously it's going to be all hickledy pickledy, but obviously any gaps I'm gonna. That's another thing I need to ask. Has anyone used? Is it milliput? Milliput? I don't know. I've been watching it or having a look at things to use because I want something that's going to stick it together, plus sort of fill any gaps that I might have. Sorry, I put that bottle right in the camera view. Well, you know, better than seeing this ugly mug. Yeah, I need a shave. But anyway, right. Okay, so let's just have a look. I'm going to have to, just give me a minute, just make some room. Put that down there. I've got a bit of the wood wet, but hopefully that'll be okay. Move them over there. Right. So there they are. Now, I'm hoping, I bet the gauge don't even fit, you know it does. Look at that, the bottom one. See, that's set track spacing. What is the difference between set track and streamlined? Because that's what I've done now. I mean, I'm quite proud of that. That's for streamline track, but I'm going to be using just straight track on here, not flexi track, because obviously for using straight sections there's no point using like flexi track, because you're just using flexi track on a straight section. I'd rather use the flexi track just for the curves. But yeah, that is perfect, and you should have trains be able to pass. Now the other one is these. Right, what I've done is, obviously, if I take this one, is this the one I've just cut? Yeah, I'll take the other one then. This one I've cleaned up a little bit as well, a little bit better. Right, now you've got the little hook. I don't know whether anyone's seen it. You've got a little hook there. See the little hook? It goes in that hole there. Now obviously the hook's not on the other side, but there will be on that bridge. So when that goes in now, so what I have to do is cut the bridge, this pillar thing, sort of like, I'm going to follow this. I don't know if you can see this. There's a line here. Let's take that off now. There's a line here. See that? Where are we? See that gap there? Cut up there. Just follow that all the way up. And if you, it goes all the way up. And then I've just got to work it out for the top bit. Now that's there. Right, and then obviously it come down, and I'll cut it down the bottom, and then do the same. And then what I can do is glue them both together, so there'll still be a bit of a pillar either side for the trains to go through, because I'm not going to be using these. I might cut these off, these little pillars here, or cut the whole top off, so I've got that whole section, and then just modify it so it fits in. But this is my first attempt at, I think you'd call it, kit bashing. I know a lot of people, they use card kits to kit bash. Let's zoom out now, because then you can see me if you want to. Let's kit bashing. So let me know what you think of that. I mean, that I'm quite pleased with that. That's come up really well. I'm going to tidy these up now, but obviously you don't want to see all that. But also what I'm going to do is these ones, I'm going to cut them in half, like cut them in half, so I haven't got the full length. So the middle sections will be obviously the same length, I think you have, yeah, I have 2 complete middle sections and then halve it. So you're taking about a foot off the bridge. And hold on, I'll just tell you, the actual bridge, it does say on the box somewhere, and I've got the box up here. Maybe not. But it's about 4 foot. So I'll have a 3 foot bridge. Because I know Matthew Stamp said about sort of, instead of having 2 separate bridges, just get like a kit for a double bridge. But I like the style of the ground suspension bridge, you see. So I mean, obviously if this doesn't work, then I'll have to look into maybe getting it, because and you know, it maybe scupper my plans for the layout. But if I can do that for every piece, but I'm not going to do it as such for the bits that I will need, because if it all goes wrong, obviously, then I want enough to be able to still do, because obviously I won't, because I need all 4 of these, you see. So these end bits, I won't do anything till I know it's going to work with cutting these up. Because what I'm going to do is, I've got these 2 now. I think I'm going to have another 2 sections, I think, and I'll cut either side, and then I'll have 2 of these to play with, because I only need 2 for the smaller bridges. And then if it doesn't work, I've tried, and I can still use the smaller bridges. But if it does work, then it's a bonus, really, isn't it? So yeah, I'm going to try and cut some of these bolts down now to fit them on the layout. I don't know, I might leave it now. But this is, as I say, there possibly, definitely won't be any more updates for about 3 weeks. But as I say, all will be explained. I know you're all probably thinking, what's going on? What's going on? It's nothing exciting. I'm just taking a break. I'm not giving up, because I wouldn't be doing this, and I wouldn't be doing all that work on the new layout that I'm doing in my lunch breaks. I'm just taking a break for a couple of weeks. So having a holiday, as you say, from the layout. I think there's a few of you that have done it before, you know, you've had to sort of just step away. It's not that I'm getting bored of it, definitely not. I'm enjoying it, especially now I've done this. But as I say, anyway, I'm not going to say any more. All will be explained when I do my next Charliebrook. It may be it'll be, I'm hoping to do one more new layout update tomorrow, because I'm half day Friday. And then when that comes back in a couple of weeks, there'll be a new layout update in June. So there won't be anything for the rest of May after tomorrow. It'll be the first Monday in June. I think, yeah, the first Monday in June will be the next update, which will be the new layout. Hopefully. I don't want to promise that, because if something happens, then hopefully it doesn't. But yeah. Right, well, I'm going to go, because I want to see if I can sort out some of this wood. And I'll speak to you in the next one. Let me know if you think this is a good idea before I completely muller my ground suspension bridges, because they're not cheap. But yeah, so as I say, I'm just looking at that actually. You could probably use that for some fencing, because I don't know, it's not really flexible, but if you could tidy that bottom bit up a bit, yeah, you could probably use that as fencing. Yeah, you could use that as a little bit of fencing, couldn't you? So yeah, it could be used for the offcuts as well. But yeah, so there you go. I'm just gonna put them 2 together. I'm gonna put the track on. I just want to do just to show you a close-up of what it will look like. Wrong way round, Stephen. There you go. No, still wrong way round. There you go. Right, I'm just going to bring you over just before I go. There you go. So that's how it's going to be. You see, there's the bottom ones, which are the streamline track. I hope that's right. Tell me if you're going to say, no, there's not enough gap because it's that gauge is for this and that. So, but yeah. I'm hoping that that will be right. I mean, I have got a bit of movement, obviously, because obviously I can move the track in them slots. So, but if you're going by the gauge, and you see there's not that much of a gap in between them. I mean, obviously they're not lined up. There you go. It's all lined up. That's best. But yeah, and I'll just use some of that milliput, I think it's called. Let me just check on my phone. I just want to make sure I'm pronouncing it right. Right, just give me 2 seconds. My phone's being a bit slow in the basket. Right. Yeah, Milli, M-I-L-L-I-P-U-T, epoxy resin putty. If anyone's used it, can you let me know what it's like, if it's any good? I know some people are probably going to say, well, this is... I'm just trying to find something cheap. Because as you know, money's a bit tight for me. But just so it says it does fill gaps, small gaps, so that's not too big a gap, I don't think. But obviously this one I'm going to have to cut down. I'm going to cut it down, so that'll be the next one. Good luck with that, Stephen, because you've got to cut all the way across there. I might use a hacksaw for that one. Let me know if you think it'd be better to use a hacksaw to cut that way, because I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 16, 8. So it'll be about, I'll cut it sort of here somewhere, all the way across. Let me know what you think. And obviously, anything I'm doing, whether it be on the new layout, with the cardboard, here, I mean, you know, if you see something and you think, wow, that's really good, don't worry about asking me. It's not copyrighted, it's not patented. It's, you know, if you want to do it, do it. If you feel confident to do it, please, feel free. I'm not going to be going, that's my idea, you stole that from me. This is what this is about. This is why I'm doing this. So I can show you what I'm doing. So if you think, oh, I'd like to have a go at that, you know, please have a go. That's what it's all about on this community with the railways, model railways. Sorry. But yes, okay. Well, I'm gonna go, and I'll speak to you very, very soon. Okay, please. I'm going to say it, please subscribe if you haven't already. Please comment, let me know what you think of this idea before I go any further. I'm not going to do any more. But please let me know if you think this is a good or a bad idea. And let me know about that milliput, if anyone's used it. If you could let me know what your thoughts on it are, be greatly appreciated. And I'll see you tomorrow night for my last upload for a few weeks. But please stick with me, I will be back. Okay, thank you for watching. You've all been great, and I'll see you on the Charliebrook layout when I come back. Okay, thank you. Goodbye.